If you look 30, act like 17.
That's good.
And last is kind of put a little over.
Right. So who we been talking about?
Jesus.
David. Isn't he on point? Is that cutting off the circulation to your brain? Is your cast too
I
tight?
would fit my whole hand inside my cast.
Your whole head?
Okay.
So we've been talking about David, and so far we've got to the point where Saul is trying to do what to David? Kill him, okay? So we're going to jump forward a little bit. We're going to get past another moment where Saul gets mad and throws a spear at him and it sticks in the wall and David runs again. And then Jonathan's role is going to come in where Jonathan is trying to help save David from Saul. And they have this moment where David wants to know whether he can come home or not for a period of time. And Jonathan is to send an arrow out and to tell the boy either if he doesn't tell him to go further, then it's okay to come home. If he says no, go beyond, it's not okay to come home. And it went beyond, so it's not okay for David to come home. So Saul has really lost his mind. He's really, really mad. And there's going to be some things that Saul's going to do even later on that just shocks and blows you away to what he would do. And I've seen people act this way if they were on drugs. Saul was not. Saul was just mad. But David, we're going to talk about 2 times David's in a cave. Okay? And there's a reason why I have a poop emoji on here because, well, somebody's going to get caught pooping in a cave. Yeah, I told you that last night. I said, hey, we're going to talk about a guy pooping in a cave tomorrow night. And it is, because, see, people think this book is not interesting. This book is way interesting to read. There's things in here like guys pooping in a cave, okay? Probably not, like really amazing reading material, but have you read a book before where a guy pooped in a cave? No. It's in here, okay? Have you read a book where a guy's donkey stops him on a trail and sees an angel and the guy's beating the donkey and the donkey says, hey, stop beating me. You're not supposed to go this way. And then the angel appears, and the angel gets onto him for beating his donkey this way, and it's pretty cool. Hey, this week there was a diver that a whale almost spit him out. Yeah.
The guys that escaped from the inside of the whale.
Yeah. Now, we all know that Jonah, it doesn't say Jonah was in a whale, it just says a large fish, but a lot of people like to speculate that it was a whale, like they like to speculate that the fruit that he ate was an apple. No, it's the fruit of the tree of knowledge and life and wisdom, and that's what they plucked out. That's all it says. It didn't say what kind of, it just says what tree it was from. So, anyway, there's all kinds of jacked up stuff in here. People that do crazy, stupid stuff. I mean, this book is not boring. So if you ever need some really good reading, pick this thing up and read it. I mean, I don't recommend taking off on Leviticus or Numbers, but, it's a necessity. You have to read it, and ultimately, you have to find a way to point it all to Jesus. Because you can start in Genesis 1:1 and go all the way to the last verse in Revelations, and every bit of it will point in some form or fashion back to Christ. So what I want you to do tonight is when we look through David's life, is I don't want you to get so centered on David and Saul that you don't see God. Because in reality, who is the author and director and the triumph one in all the things that David does is God. It's not David. It's all through what God did through him. So just the same as you, like the chance I got to pray with that guy today, he was like, God, thank you for what you did. I said, no, I'm just a tool. God put me here to help you. You make sure you just give the glory to God all day long. And that's just to him. So David is great. He's a great guy. But David makes some horrible mistakes on down the road too. So do I really need to be worshiping David? No. Do I need to, even Saul was considered to be a great guy right off the bat because he was big, tall, and they wanted a king that was huge and handsome, and Saul was that, and he didn't turn out to be that well either. And David has his downfalls. But ultimately, the picture, when you read about anybody in this Bible other than Christ, even Paul, who would tell people to live like him so they could emulate Christ because he knew these people didn't have any other examples but him at the time, he's still one of these people who look ultimately to Jesus no matter what. So no matter what great character we read about in here besides that's other than Christ, Don't put them on too big of a pedestal. Put the acts of God through them on the pedestal. That's who needs to be up on top. Does that make sense? Okay. So we're going to cruise on through here to we're going to get to cave number 1. And the big question here is, if I was David, this is the question I'd be asking. Who invited these guys? You ever been surrounded by people that you just don't know why God put them around you? And you're stuck with them. Okay, these are the people that God put in your life and you are there with them. They are with you and they are slightly annoying. But they're with you, so does that mean that God can't use it because they drive you crazy? It doesn't feel like it at the time. So have you ever looked at God and said, really, God, this is who you stuck me with in this, maybe just this day or this moment of their situation? Because David is on the run for his life. Because David had just left the town talking to a priest. And Saul's shepherd, I think, if I remember right, seen David there. Saul went to that town and slaughtered every priest. Every one of them, he slaughtered them because they were on David's side. This is how crazy and how outraged he is. So if you were David, would you go hide in a cave? Yeah. Who would you want to be your company? If you could pick your company in that cave, who would you want your company to be? A what? A small bunny, so a comfort animal. You need a comfort animal, okay?
No, I don't. I want my mom.
You want your mom?
Definitely not. What's it called? A velociraptor? What are they called? A sloth. Yeah.
A sloth?
Yeah.
Okay. What people? Should have been more specific. What group of people would you want to come hang out with you?
My friends except Cruz.
So your fam?
Yeah, my fam jam.
No, your fam jam is your family.
My fam jam.
You want your fam jam? Okay. So we got fam jam, church fam. Huh? Just are you all by yourself? How many of you just prefer to be alone?
I am.
I'm just going to hide out here by myself.
People that don't know me, so I just end up like murdering them.
So you want people you can get along with? Would you want people that are stronger than you?
Yes.
Like spiritually stronger, physically stronger, mentally stronger?
My family. They're smarter than me, so
So we're going to look at 1 Samuel 22, 1 through 2. So remember I told you to remember a town? Gath. Why did you need to remember Gath? Who came from Gath? Nope. Huh? Somebody said it. Goliath. Goliath came from Gath. So does it tell you that David goes and hangs out? He hides out at some point where his enemies dwell. How crazy is that? Would you want to go hide out where your enemies were at? Not really. But I mean, your friends wouldn't look for you there. A guy trying to kill you wouldn't look for you where your enemies are because that'd be the last place I think he'd want to look. But anyway, it's a little crazy. But so David left Gath and escaped to the cave of Adullam. Soon his brothers, okay, so we got fam jam showing up. His brothers, all his other relatives joined him there. I just want to stop for a minute on his family. His family's pretty needy. They're a little complaining, and they are something not what you would think. When you say you want your fam jam, don't think David was really all that thrilled with his fam jam at the time. Because remember, what was his brother's attitudes toward him? Pretty crappy. Okay? So family was not really all that up on him, but they came to hide with him in this cave. So anyway, they joined him there, then others began coming, men who were in trouble or in debt, who were just discounted, until David was the captain of about 400 men. Captain of what?
The cavemen.
You can call them cavemen. Captain of what?
How big was this cave?
You got a pretty big cave over there. Trust me, they're big. Yeah. What kind of people does he have?
Neanderthals.
What are they described as? They were in what?
Trouble.
Trouble. And if you're in trouble in this day and time and you're on the run, What are you?
Convict.
Convicts. You're outcasts. You're like nobody wants you around. So this is who is running to hang out with him in the cave. Was this who you picked to hang out with you in your cave?
No.
No. So you got these people who are drunk. You got this fan jam. It's not really all that keen either. And then you got these people who owe money. So these people don't even know how to take care of themselves. Okay? What are the people that owe money to people going to be trying to do with David? They're just going to be needy all the time, asking questions. They're going to drag him down. Okay? So they were just discontented. Does anybody know what it's like to be discontented? Do you know what that means? Does anybody in here have an idea what discontented is? They're just joy killers. Does anybody have joy killers in your life?
Yes.
I do. I will not tell Cruz you just pointed at him. Okay. What's the agreement? It's just a conversation between me and you. I didn't talk to them, I talked to you. Right. I'm talking in slightly loud. So, joy killers. Do you have them on your team? Do you have them in your classroom? How many of you are in a classroom that sounds like this? People you not really especially want to be around. People that are discontented. People that probably are a little bit, they may not suck the money out of your pocket, they'll suck the life out of you. Does that make sense? Okay? So you're in this classroom with these people. Who orchestrated these people in your class this year?
Jesus.
Who puts everything in your life? Who allows everything to be in your life? God does. Do you feel like it's a waste? Does it look like a waste? Oh, it looks like a waste to me. I'm surrounded by some of the biggest negative Nellies you've ever seen in your life. Huh? Well, because maybe all we're surrounded by all day long is negative. And so it just sucks the joy out of you. And I keep trying to tell them, don't let these people that you work with, or the people you see during the day, suck the joy out of you. Make something of it. Because David he could have left the cave, right? He could have just walked out. He could have said, you know what? You guys just stay here. I can't hang out with you losers. But what did he do? Notice what he did. What did he do with the last 5 words?
He was the captain.
The captain of 400 men. He didn't abandon them just because they weren't the people he didn't want to be with. So when God puts you with some people that you don't especially care for, or you're just stuck with them, okay? What are you going to do? Are you going to be the leader, or are you going to flee from the cave? You want to think so, and I want to think so. But I'm saying I'm not always that guy, and I should be, because who's David chasing after? Who's David after? He's a man after God's own heart. So he's chasing God's heart. He's trying to be who he thinks God wants him to be, and so he sticks it out with these people. And so it's really interesting if you can figure out which psalms go with what. So after this, when I put Psalms 57 up here for you because this is the psalm that goes with this time in David's life. It says, have mercy on me. So what's he start out with this conversation with God? Take care of me. I mean, because this whole time is David feeling alone because where he's supposed to be is not allowing him to be there. Can anybody relate with that? Where you feel like you're supposed to be is pushing you out. Okay? I hope you never ever feel that way again. I hope to never ever push you feel like you're pushed out. Okay, so have mercy on me, O God, have mercy. He repeats it. I look to you for protection. I will hide beneath the shadow of your wings until the danger passes by. So he's crying out. I cry out to God most high. To God who will fulfill his purpose for me. So he's stuck with these 400 people. Is he looking to see what the purpose is? He's asking, I want to look to see what the purpose is you have for me. So all these people that are on your team, in your classroom, in your home, has anybody ever said, God, why'd you put me in this house? It can happen. How many of you's got some family that you just don't really like to spend time with? I have a cousin that every time I see her, she's like, hi, I'm Doug's cousin. I know that he doesn't like to admit that we're related, and she's right. But I still acknowledge her existence, okay? We've all got them. Does everybody have that special family that you just prefer not to hang out with because they drive you insane. Not that they're bad people, they just drive you crazy. Did people drive you crazy? Yeah, did you practice anything today? Any baseball, anything? Did you practice yesterday? Is there people on your team that just drive you crazy? They're all pretty good. You're blessed. We have a classroom where people drive you crazy, right? Yeah, they're there. You can't help it. Even your sister can drive you crazy sometimes, correct? Sometimes. I mean, like right now, she's just being quiet sitting in the back of the room. Does he drive you crazy?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's supposed to, right? Brother, sister, you know, that you're just too close in age. Okay, so it's going to happen. So, here, he switches gears from crying out to God, because David can get pretty nasty in the Psalms. If you ever read the Psalms, he can go from, oh God, please help me, to crush your spine. Okay, so he goes, he will send help from heaven to rescue me, disgracing those who hound me. My God will send forth his unfailing love and faithfulness. I am surrounded by fierce lions who greedily devour human prey, whose teeth pierce like spears and arrows, and whose tongues cut like swords. Oh my goodness, Lord, why don't you send these people to me? Be exalted, O God, above the highest heavens. May your glory shine over all the earth. So who's David giving glory to? God. Okay? My enemies have set a trap for me. I am weary from distress. They have dug a deep pit in my path, but they themselves have fallen into it. My heart is confident in you. Oh God, my heart is confident. No wonder I can sing your praises. Wake up, my heart. Do what? Wake up, my heart. That's a huge deal. Wake up, my heart. Garrett contacted me tonight and he goes, hey, pray for me, man. I'm not really just feeling it. And I got to go speak in front of, he has a 7th and 8th grade crew of 100 and some kids, and he has 100 and some high school kids he has separate services with. And he said, I'm just not feeling it. And so my prayer was for God to wake up his heart. I remember reading this and studying this, and I said, wake up his heart. Wake up my heart. Wake up, O lyre and harp. The lyre is an instrument, in case you're wondering. I will wake the dawn with my song. So if he's going to wake the dawn with his song, what's he doing? If you wake up the dawn, okay, if you wake up the dawn, you stay up all night. I mean, that's how serious he is about this. There's no rest for him. He is spending his whole time with God. So you see some seriousness and some emotion in this behind what David is crying out to God for, because how many of you have felt like this? You're all I have, God. You're everything I have. My enemies are trying to destroy me daily. Not just the devil, but I have people in my life that are trying to destroy me daily. And I have confidence, God, that you're going to take care of it. And if you don't have that confidence, then maybe there's some time you need to spend waking up the dawn because you've been talking to him all night to take care of these issues. It says, I will thank you, Lord, among all the people. I will sing your praises among the nations. For your unfailing love is as high as the heavens. Your faithfulness reaches to the clouds. Be exalted, O God, above the highest heavens. May your glory shine over all the earth. So how does he end his song here? What would you say his mindset is ending this song to God? He's giving him what? He's giving him glory. He's giving him everything. Can you give God glory when he surrounds you with these people that you're not all that excited to be surrounded by? It's tough, isn't it? Well, how could you give God glory when you're surrounded by some people that you're not all that excited to be with? Okay, spread the gospel. Anybody else? How can you give God glory when you're surrounded by people that you're just not all excited to be with? Because I even know there's some of you in here tonight that are just not all that excited to be here. You're just here. But I give God glory that you are here because nobody is here by mistake. See, you like that big wheel? He wants to be in bed. It's okay. I get it. I try to be as entertaining as I can.
I just have a problem.
Next time I have sparklers in my head. Be exalted, O God, above the highest heavens. May your glory shine over all the earth. What can can you ask God to do for those people that are with you that you're not that excited to be surrounded by?
I think if you're discontent, you talked about earlier, then you're going to have a hard time giving God glory. If you can become content in all circumstances and all situations, as Paul said, the secret of that strength in Christ in Philippians 4:13 that he talked about was that. So, if you can't, if you're discontent with where you're at, you're going to have a hard time giving God glory. But you've got to understand, again, like you said, the situation, the place, and where you're at, and the fact that God is still with you regardless of who's around you and what's there, what snares are waiting, what lies are hovering over you, what temptations are around you. Just, God is still there. God is still Him. Nothing changes that. No one else around can change who He is or His plan He has for you, your identity in Him. And if nothing else, when everything looks bad, when that can stay the same when that storm kind of comes, that's a good reason for a heart to give glory.
Because is He the same God He was when life was going, when you were surrounded by the people you liked to be around? Is He the same God? Yes. He is the same God. You're just not always in the situation you want to be in. And David was definitely not in the situation he wanted to be in. Okay, because he's having to run for his life. He's got people trying to kill him. He's having to put up with his family who's not all that great. His fam jam is not as much of a jam as he would like it to be. Okay? And then these losers show up. Because that's, would you call them losers? These people showed up to you, you'd be like, oh Lord, why are you surrounded with these losers? But when you're surrounded by these people, now we know share the gospel was spit out, but how many of you can find your way to pray for these people that God has surrounded you by? And it's tough, because we got to flip it around and go, okay, God, I'm expecting you to minister to me, but how can I minister to them? How can I show them who you are through my actions? Can I begin to start talking to them, the people that I'm not excited to be with? Can I start ministering to them? Can I start telling them my story, my testimony, anything that I can intervene in for you? I do it every day at work with some of the people I work with because some of them are tough to be around. But today I walked back in the back and one of the guys asked me, there were some people that are hard to be around. It's like, hey, we've been thinking about starting a Bible study. He's a guy that's over one of the departments. He's a Christian. He goes, hey, I've been thinking about having a Bible study just to have for the employees here. Would you be willing to help with that? And of course, me right off the bat in my head, I was like, I got so much going on. But I'm working so hard to reach these people. Maybe this is an opportunity that God is opening up. And I want to be surrounded by people that I'm not all that thrilled to be surrounded by, but I'm thrilled to be able to interject God's word into them because I don't want to see me work in their life, I want to see God work in their life, if that makes sense. What's up?
That guy he was talking about, does he go to church?
He does go to church. He goes to church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, and he goes to a separate deal on Monday night. But like I talked to him today, I said, how often do you pray or talk to God outside of anything? And he said, don't. I said, man, you've got to have that daily relationship with Him. So you can have this mindset that David is trying to take on. And do you think this was easy for David to do? No, it's hard to do. So, okay, number 2. We're going to fast forward to where God delivers Saul into David's hand. It's going to be kind of an interesting story because, I don't know, it's kind of like the spear checking story. I don't know if I'd have handled it this way or not. 1 Samuel 24 says, after Saul returned from fighting the Philistines, he was told that David had gone into the wilderness of En-Gedi. So Saul chose 3,000 elite troops from all Israel and went to search for David and his men near the rocks of the wild goats. So how many? 300 against how many? Or 3,000 against, 3,000 against how many? 401. Because God sent him 400 people, misfits, to his cave. So you got 401 guy against 3,000. Are they great odds? No. But you ever heard the term, if you cut off the head of the snake, you kill the body? Okay, that's a war term or whatever, but if you can kill the leader, it seems like the rest falls off. Okay? The opportunity comes up because God delivers Saul into David's hand. It says, at the place where the road passes from the sheepfolds, Saul went into a cave to relieve himself. So what's he doing? He's got to go to the job. Okay, so he's got to go to the restroom. He goes in there to relieve himself. See, this ain't boring. Why would we put this in the Bible when a guy going to go poop in a cave?
That's gross.
Okay, it makes it entertaining. Okay, it's good reading. Okay, so he goes in there, the place where the road passes sheepfold. Saul went into a cave to relieve himself. But as it happened, David and his men were hiding farther back in the very cave. So would you say that God delivered his enemy into his hands? And did he put his enemy at one of his most vulnerable points? Okay, because have you ever been interrupted in the bathroom? If you don't have small children around your house, you won't know what I'm talking about. Because with little kids in my house, I've been in there before using the bathroom with Laura Jean or Joe both walking in the bathroom and going, for no particular reason, they just want to spend time with you. And it seems like when they want to spend time with you, Coach Rowe knows what I'm talking about. When they want to spend time with you, and a lot of you have little nieces, nephews, or even little brothers, sisters, you know what it's like. There's no privacy in the bathroom because they just barge right in, right? Because you shouldn't have to lock any doors in your house, just the ones to the outside. But when you have little niños, you need to lock the doors to the bathroom when you're trying to have some quiet time. There is no alone time. So, Saul is at his most vulnerable point. He may have been restrained. I don't know. Okay, he is using the bathroom. He didn't say what kind of movement he was having. He was just having one. And it wasn't like he was sitting on a toilet with a roll of toilet paper next to him and he didn't have, you know, right. There wasn't a bunch of Angel Soft toilet paper around. See, that's my heaven joke. Right? There wasn't any Angel Soft toilet paper. Okay, that's what I have this time. It says so. What's it first kick off in number 4? Now's your opportunity. David's men whispered to him, today the Lord is telling you, I will certainly put your enemy into your power to do with as you wish. So David crept forward and cut off a piece of the hem of Saul's robe. This is a cave. It echoes in caves. Okay? So is Saul making a lot of noise? I'm going to guess he's making some noise because he's not paying attention. So David is creeping up behind. Because what's David having to look at? His booty. Okay, so he's walking up to there, he's sneaking up. Can you imagine, like, hands and knees, knife in his mouth, whatever he's going to... So what should David do? What should David do to his enemy? You say eat? Yes, you said. I'm too old to be trying to be this cool. But then David's conscience began to bother him because he had cut Saul's robe. He said to his men, the Lord forbid that I should do this to my lord the king. I shouldn't attack the Lord's anointed one, for the Lord himself has chosen him. So David restrained his men and did not let them kill Saul. Does this seem weird to you?
He still didn't. Why did David listen to the cave with him?
You got to understand, how much respect does David have for Saul? A lot, regardless of what he has done to him. How many of you find it a hard time having respect for people, no matter how much they've done for you? Saul is the one always trying to kill David.
Yeah, but when did Saul come into the picture?
Saul's always been in the picture.
No, I've been here, I've listened, but it's like David killed Goliath, right?
David killed Goliath.
Was Saul there before that?
Yes. Yeah, Saul was the king. David shows up, gets anointed because God had left Saul, but Saul's still king. David gets anointed. David kills Goliath. Saul gets mad about everything going on, people giving David praise, and then starts his descent to kill David. And has been doing that ever since. So, his conscience comes in because he has so much respect for the authoritative figure God has placed on the throne that it bothered him that he even took the slightest poke at him. No pun intended. Cut off a piece of this robe. There's been some really good sermons preached on this you can have some really funny titles on it. There's some called Cutting Corners and whatever with it. He had his enemy right there in his hand at his most vulnerable point. Could have slit his throat, could have stabbed him, could have done whatever. He had 400 men that could have helped him just annihilate the king. Then what would happen to the army that was out there? They would have gave up, because David is now in charge. And a lot of people say he should have killed him. But did God tell David to kill him? No. At not one point so far has God directed David to put any kind of threat or hand against Saul. It's always been flee. Flee. Show my heart of respect, my love. David, every time the spear was thrown at him, he was holding a weapon of praise, not a weapon of war. And so David is trying to interject so much love back to him, because he's trying to kill hate with love. Have you ever tried that? Yes. There's this really goofy song back whenever I was younger called Killing Me Softly. Yeah. I'm getting back in, not all the way in my day, probably in my early 20s. David was so bothered that he felt remorse for what he did. After Saul had left the cave and gone his way, David came out and shouted at him, "My lord the king." And when Saul looked around, David bowed low before him. So what do you think's about to happen? Then he shouted, "Saul, why do you listen to the people who say I am trying to harm you? This very day you can see with your own eyes it isn't true. For the Lord placed you at my mercy back there in the cave. Some of my men told me to kill you, but I spared you. For I said, I will never harm the king. He is the Lord's anointed one." Why do you have respect for Saul? Because he's the Lord's anointed one. The Lord who put him on that throne. Until the Lord removes him, David is going to respect him. "Look, my father, what I have in my hand. It is a piece of the hem of your robe. I cut it off, but I didn't kill you. This proves I'm not trying to harm you, and that I have not sinned against you, even though you have been hunting for me to kill me." How many of you have enemies that are trying to destroy you for no good reason? And what is your attitude back towards them? Is it the same as David's, or would you have killed them in the cave? When I say kill them, would you have killed them with words or with anger or with some kind of emotional response back? This is where God shows us his heart, shows us his picture about how we are to treat his enemies. And it is hard to do it this way, because we have to look back and think about who Christ came and died for. Who did Christ come back and die for? Everybody. Even the people that God puts in the cave with me that I don't necessarily want to be with. God sent his son to die for those people. The gospel is worthy to be spread to everybody. And I loved your response earlier when you said that, to share the gospel with them. Right now, Harley and Cruz don't feel like sharing the gospel with each other. Harley may have just cut off a piece of his Arkansas hoodie and he don't know it. But I have a feeling that she has enough respect for him that she wouldn't treat him that way. Yeah. God will put authoritative people in your life that will drive you nuts. He will put people over you that you don't understand why they're there. And if he put them there, are you still to honor them? It even falls back to honor your father and mother. They may not be the world's greatest mom mug type. Okay? They may not be the world's greatest dad mug type. You know, you've seen the little world's greatest mom and dad mug. Okay? They may not be worthy in your mind to hold that. But still, God has placed them in that position, and it is your job, according to God's word, to love and honor them. You don't have to like what they do. But you have to love and honor them. David didn't like what Saul was doing, but he had to love and honor him. He had the chance. He had the chance to take out what was in his way. Christ had the chance to walk away from the cross. He had it. He could have just got up out of the Garden of Gethsemane and said, "God, I don't feel like it," and just walked off. Sometimes God is going to put people in your life that you don't feel like being around. but they need you to be there because God has put them there. He will deliver your enemy into your hands, not for the purpose of destroying them, but the purpose to pray for them, to lift them up, to be that example for them. And it's tough. I have to live it every day. That guy today that I talked to, by all rights, I shouldn't spend time with him. I shouldn't like him because he's on the other side of what I do. But years ago, God started showing me that I need to stop calling these people pieces of crap, worthless, not worth a bullet, all those stupid comments that a lot of people make against people they don't like, or they feel like are worthless, and start looking at them the way God looks at them. And David was looking at Saul at the way he thought God would look at Saul. There's still something there to save. I'm not going to destroy you. Just because God gives you the opportunity to cut something down, should you take it? No. God gives me opportunities all day long to destroy people with words. He gives you opportunities all day long to destroy your classmates, your teammates, your family, your friends, everybody. Some of you think it like David had a thought, and he cut a piece of road. But he didn't follow through with it. So if anything, as you get out of tonight's lesson, is no matter who God puts in your cave, they're worthy and deserving of your love. Because the love that I hope lives inside you is the love of Jesus Christ. Because it better. If Christ died for you, is everybody else worthy of your love? Because the love you're giving is whose love? Now you can get the Jesus answer. You are giving Christ's love because who lives inside you and who are you to be an example of? And when I lose my attitude, when I lose my mouth, and I hammer down on these people that I'm supposed to be showing love, I'm not cutting to him, I'm just stabbing the heart. And then I kill my chance to spread the gospel. So tonight as we close out, I want to give you the chance to pray, because I know you all got them. You've got people in your life, you've got people that are surrounded with you that you're not that excited about that they're in your life. You're not that excited that they're in your home. You're not that excited that they're on your team, that they're in your house, that they're in your classroom, at your job. Not everybody has cool jobs, Candy Crush over there making candy all day long. Pray for these people. How better of a president would Obama have been in people's eyes if they'd spent more time praying for him than bashing him? I'm not saying I'm an Obama fan, not getting into politics, but there's a lot of that. If we spend more time praying for people that we don't like, how much better could they become? I need to spend a lot of time praying about my heart, my views too, toward it. It's a two-way street. The people I don't like, what's the underlying reason why I don't like them? Is it even a reason to have the hatred that I have? Probably not, in the big picture. So tonight as we close out, I'll give you the chance. Pray for those people that God has put in your life that you're not that excited about. You may be in a position, God's placed you somewhere and you have no idea why. But there's a reason why. I was 45 minutes late to work this morning for a reason, because the guy needed me. God does crazy things. I'm so glad He does it. So glad. Anyway, I'll give you some time to pray for those people. And we'll feel like we need to finish. Give you some chance to pray for these folks.